We have a trailer that I don't feel mixed feelings about. Picard! You know, I'm so glad we get to talk about Star Trek because it's topical now.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, we literally just released our segment from last week as an individual segment, like hours ago as of the recording of this video. So check out our initial reaction to that, where we talk about like how it might take place in an alternative timeline. Trailer was pretty cool. Like, I was never a diehard Next Generation fan, but I gotta tell you, I'm pretty psyched for this, you know?
Yeah, so obviously for long-term fans of Star Trek and the Next Generation, we see a very, very nice callback to, as we know, the finale of the Next Generation, All Good Things. Although this was hinted at and explained in previous episodes, we see Picard in his nice little vineyard continuing his family trade of wine. And it looks just like it does in All Good Things when LaForge visits him and he's all old. The only difference is he doesn't have the beard, which I'm fine with. He actually looks almost exactly like he did with the old makeup in this as he did then. And we hear some, dialogue, some voiceover saying about how there was some kind of conflict or event where he saved a bunch of lives and then he quit Starfleet, which I'm assuming will be the destruction of Romulus, which was what kicked off the Kelvin universe. Because as they said, this is the Star Trek timeline that the Kelvin universe splintered off of.
So this is the Prime timeline.
Right. This is their version of the Prime timeline, I'll say, in case there's people out there who still thinks this isn't the main original timeline. You know, I'm so sick of timelines.
No,
I'm sick of time as a sci-fi element. Yeah. Sci-fi writers in popular culture are just devoid of new ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like alternative timelines at this point are like the new... I feel like there's... I don't know, it's just such a trope at this point that, I don't know, it's just so intertwined with the genre, like, of course, you know, every sci-fi writer is going to have their own version of alternate timelines, of splinter timelines of alternate universes, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Let's just make it simple and say this Prime timeline, be done with it. I'm happy with that. I don't even dislike the Kelvin movies. I like them fine. So I'm glad that this is continuing not only sort of that, but also, of course, the Next Generation. And we don't see much other than him in his vineyard, but I'm psyched.
Yeah, no, it's a very nice teaser. Like, it really doesn't give you too much other than just a taste of what it's going to be. It's almost like Old Man Picard, you know? It's like Picard years later, you know?
Yeah, well, that's almost what we got to see in Logan. We saw Old Man Xavier. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's exactly as it describes, a teaser. And I did notice Rick Berman, the producer of the whole, Rick Berman era of Star Trek, which was, for anyone who might not know, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise. He tweeted about what he's seen so far, because I'm assuming he's had access to the production. And he says that he thinks highly of it, and he thinks it'll be a nice, thought-provoking little series. So,
cool.
Yeah. I am optimistic for once.
Okay, so, I mean, there's really not too much else we can discuss because it was a very short teaser. Looks very fun. If you're a Star Trek fan, I'm sure you'll get into it.
Yeah. If you're a wine enthusiast, you'll get into it.
Yeah, I'm getting into red wine, actually, so I might appreciate it a little more.
Wine snob, now in addition to beer snob.
I'm a full-out beer snob. I like wine. I like red wine. I can't taste the differences between, like, good and bad red wine, but I'm getting there, you know?
You'll learn.
Yeah.
Just watch some Frasier.
Yeah.
You'll get the whole rundown of wines.
Mm-hmm. What you just saw was a segment from our weekly show, The Utterly Nonsense Podcast, which you can find on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, basically anywhere you can get your podcasts. To see more like this, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, and remember, it's not news, it's nonsense. Thanks for listening.